Now, with much of sub-Saharan Africa still raving about the commodities crunch, many countries are refocusing on the basics, like tourism. On this edition of Doing Business in Rwanda, we go back to the basics and look at the role of tourism on many of these economies, like Rwanda. Today, we focus on Nyungwe Forest Lodge, the iconic lodge tucked away in the rainforest of Nyungwe, 2,600 meters above sea level. Hello and welcome to Doing Business in Rwanda. Tourism is Rwanda's highest foreign exchange earner, raking in over $300 million in 2014, and the sector is projected to grow by 25% until 2018, with Nyungwe Forest Lodge being the country's El Dorado.
Actually, there are many things that make us unique and very special. First among them is our eco-credentials. Nyungwe is an eco-lodge. That basically means that there's a lot of emphasis on environmental responsibility and sustainability. Most of our practices, our designs and everything, basically characterize that. I'll just talk about a few things that we do basically to make us very special. Number one, our procurement practices are very sustainable because we tend to involve the community, we support them, and then we buy proceeds from them as well. Then of course we also have energy saving initiatives. Of course our pool, it's an infinity pool, but it uses an ozonator as opposed to chlorine. These are all environmentally friendly practices.
I think this is a spectacular property. Of all the places that I've been so far in Rwanda, I think the Nyungwe Forest Lodge has been put together with a great deal of care. It's been really well thought out, the layout, and particularly how it's integrated with the tea plantations and the natural landscape. This is just fantastic, and the finishing touches, a level of detail I've not seen yet.
So, what's Nyungwe's occupancy? Is domestic tourism gaining prominence? Over a kettle of house-steeped tea, the manager broke it down.
Great. Actually, in terms of capacity, it's a small lodge. It's a boutique hotel. So basically, we're looking at 24 keys, 24 rooms with a total capacity to hold 48 people. And on average, we normally do about 70%. That's our annual occupancy. Not bad at all. Considering that we are a high-end hotel, and Rwanda is doing quite well in terms of, if you look at it in terms of statistics, you will realize that there's a growth. There's a very encouraging upward growth. The numbers are coming, and we are positioning ourselves as a tourism hub as well, so we are benefiting from that. So far, we have been getting a lot of people from America. That tops our list of basically guests, people who come from outside. Then we also have a lot of Britons and Europe as well. But lately we've also been seeing an increased number of arrivals from China and Turkey. These are new markets.
A remarkable feature of Nyungwe Safari Lodge is its integration in nature. The tea plantation is utterly unmissable. So who plucks the tea?
Great. Actually, it may be important for me to mention that the tea plantation actually belongs to the owners of this particular hotel. What we have done is that we have encouraged the community, the members of the community, to organize themselves in form of a cooperative society. And through that cooperative society, they're able to come, harvest the tea, and sell the same to the factory, which is just next door.
As usual, I had to talk to someone reaping the benefits here. Are lives being touched?
ubukerarugendo hano urebye icya mbere na mbere umuntu yavuga.
What I can say about tourism is that before the hotel was established, there were not many tourist activities in this area. But all that changed after Nyungwe Forest Lodge opened. There are many tourists coming in now, which is of a great advantage to the households. Like when these tourists need help for their luggage, we're always there. There have also been a lot of jobs to drivers, waiters, and this has provided us with enough to support our families. Well, initially it was hard, or not even possible before the lodge was established. Behind the scenes, the service ambassador's enthusiasm is unmatched.
Well, it is something that I found out in me that I had to join hospitality because it's something that I really loved so much. And when I started really in small places, whereby I kept on gaining lots of skills, and then after all, I had to decide to go to the big hotels. And then I had to come to Nyungwe, where I trained for about 3 months, and then gained really such a good experience and skills that allowed me to join a 5-star lodge we have in Rwanda now.
Back at the high tea experience, my test buds were tingling. The house tea, which is meant for export only, was an outright marvel.
We're actually a very perfect fit in the whole strategy because, of course, we're not a conference facility, but what happens is that after these people have attended the conferences, they always want to appreciate this remarkable country. Right. And we are lucky because Nyungwe has always topped that list. You know, so what we've done actually to be able to fully tap into that market is to work with other players, like tour operators, Akagera, they actually have choppers. We've worked with Rwanda Air. So the idea is to have exciting packages that make it possible for people to come before they leave the country. So we are always in the mix. Basically what that means is that we are always benefiting from this. So people come, whenever there's a big meeting, right. Nyungwe is always full after the main conference.
Rwanda, Uganda and Kenya entered a single tourism visa to foster tourism across the 3 states. So, are lodges like Nyungwe reaping the benefits of a single tourism visa?
It's too early to start enjoying the benefits. I'll explain why. What happens is that we still have to position Rwanda. We need to basically talk about the other things that make Rwanda special. Currently, you see, the world knows Rwanda for the gorillas, the mountain gorillas, but there is much more. Yeah. I mean, you've had an opportunity to exactly, the birding experience here is amazing. It's unmatched. We have more than 13 primate species here, and the experience is amazing. We have beautiful waterfalls. We have the canopy walk. The cultural experience is amazing. The tea tourism experience is out of this world. So the idea is, because what happens is that, you know, you go to Kenya and you get a great safari experience. Of course, from there you go to Tanzania, then Uganda. By the time you're coming, you're already tired, you know? And then, of course, remember Ugandans also have the gorillas, but of course the gorillas in Rwanda have been packaged better. So this is we're doing better than Uganda in terms of in terms of gorilla trekking. But then what we need to do, and that is what we are trying to do, is also to show people that, you know what we have is unique.
What does the ideal occupant look out for in a lodge? This couple couldn't have put it better.
For me, it would be service more than anything. You know, and I haven't been here long, but what I can say is, you know, from the front gate all the way through to, you know, sitting here now, we've been treated with a great deal of respect and care, and I can see that everybody who works at the lodge is very concerned that we have a fantastic experience and that we have good memories when we leave. Anything?
I'd have to agree with that and say the level of English is excellent, because you can always get by with lots of hand gestures, but here everybody really understands what you're actually trying to say, and you can have very interesting conversations with everybody about where they live and what they do and why they're here and what they enjoy about their jobs. I really like talking with people and can have really good conversations with them.
So as it is now, I can say that we are very happy with the progress that we have made as a hotel, as an operation. We are actually expanding now. We are putting up another lodge up north. It will be of this caliber or even higher. And we've actually been encouraged a lot by the progress that Nyungwe Forest has made.
And that's where we leave it for this edition of Doing Business in Rwanda, talking tourism, let alone the many offerings that Rwanda has to offer when it comes to the tourism front. 2,600 meters above sea level is where this report did come from. But from me and the entire Doing Business in Rwanda team, have a good evening.